I held her hand. I asked her if she wanted me to say a prayer with her as we drove to the hospital. Once we took off from the hospital a few minutes later, that tower came down. And I believe to this day, she saved my partner and myself, our lives. If not for her, I would have been there, and I would have probably had that tower come down on us and not be here. So her name was Jenny. Sorry. We put her in our vehicle. She had 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and I got an IV in her foot because that was the only place available at that point. So she proceeded to tell me that she was standing in front of the elevator doors, and when the elevator doors opened, because of the fuel from the plane, it had ignited her immediately. I was born in Brooklyn. I grew up in Queens in a suburb called Richmond Hill. What I really loved most about New York was it was very diverse. And I feel the people of New York are very unique because of that. I became a paramedic in 1991 and had a wonderful career as a paramedic for 15 years. You never knew what was going to happen, and that was the whole excitement about it, and helping people, of course. I could see the Twin Towers staring directly in front of me. And it was such a pristine day. It was beautiful. No cloud in the sky. My partner and I decided to have breakfast underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, and I saw the plane flying very close to the Manhattan Bridge. The nose banked up, and we heard the engines roar like the person behind the throttle increased the speed as much as possible and slammed right into the building. I called onto the EMS radio that plane hit the Trade Center and that we were moving to the location. We arrived in front of the building setting up triage. People are coming out of the building. Everybody is very upset. There's sick, there's injured. And the next thing I knew, there was a big explosion onto the 2nd tower. Part of the debris from the plane started falling or surrounding us. And at that point, we all knew that we had to move from the location or we could get killed. All of a sudden, the ground started shaking. I said to my partner, Phil, I said, that second one is going to come down. And sure enough, that tower came down. People were running towards us on the West Side Highway, and we opened up the back of our ambulance and we were grabbing as many people as we can because that smoke of the tower of the debris was coming towards us so fast. Around, I would say, 9 o'clock, we were able to go down into Ground Zero. It looked like a nuclear blast. It was just an unbelievable sight to be had. After 9/11, I had moved to Florida and I decided to go back to school. I was taking classes for a family nurse practitioner, and I got a job at the VA in 2020, and that changed everything. We had a lot of veterans come into the ER for suicidal ideations, a lot of mental health issues. I would have these touching conversations, and they would disclose what they went through. And I could understand that feeling. And that's what really made me home into what I really was meant to be doing. The veterans are special to me because I feel that I can relate in some way. I understand the dark places that they might go down. Trauma doesn't end when the situation ends. It continues, and many times it doesn't show until later, and it can come out in different forms. I want to try and show the veteran that there is life and hope after tragedy. I want to help them gain the tools that they need to get through it. And when the veterans feel that they have a sense of purpose and need, they tend to thrive. VA is a mental health leader for our integrated programs geared for the veteran, whether it be a mental health, physical health, any type of programs that they may need, we are here for them. When I reflect on that day, what it took for me to piece my life back together was thinking about I had a second chance in life, and I found my niche, which is doing what I love to do, and that's taking care of the mental health of the veteran.